Hebrews chapter 11. Estin de pistis elpizomenon hypostasis. But faith is being the assurance of things hoped for. Pragmaton elenkos ublepomenon. A conviction of matters not being seen. En tauteigar emaraturötasan hoi presbyteroi. For in this the elders were borne witness. Piste noumen katertistai tu saionas rhematiteu. By faith we are understanding the eons to have been formed by God's word. Estomer ek painomenon doblepomenon gegonenai, so that not out of visible things the things being seen became. Piste pleona tusian havel barakain prosernenken toi teoi. By faith Havel offered to the God a more excellent sacrifice than Cain. Diher se maraturata enai dikaios, through which he was borne witness to be being righteous. Maraturuntos epitois dorois autu tu teu, being borne witness to his gifts by the God. Kai diautes apotanon eti lale, and through it, having died, yet he is speaking. Piste henok metetete. By faith, Hanok was translated tu me iden thanaton, so as not to see death. Kai ukeurisketo, and he was not being found. Dioti metete genauton hoteos, because the God translated him. Progartes metatheseos, for before the translation, memaraturtai euareste kenai toi theoi, he had been borne witness to have pleased the God. Choriste pisteos, but without faith, adunaton euarestesai, impossible to please. Pisteusai gara de ton proserkomenon toi theoi, for it is being necessary for the one drawing near to the God to believe, hoti estin, that he is being, kai tois exertusin auton mistapodote skinetai, and to the ones earnestly seeking him, he is becoming a rewarder. Piste krematis tes noe periton me depo lepomenon eulabertes kateskeuasen kiboton esoterian tu oiku autu. By faith having been divinely warned, nor concerning the things not yet being seen, having been moved with godly fear, prepared an ark into salvation of his house. Dihers katekrinen don kosmon, through which he condemned the world. Gaiters katapistin dikaiosynes egeneto kleronomos, and became an heir of the righteousness according to faith. Piste galumenos Abraham hyperkusin exelten is topon hon ömellen lambanen is kleronomian kai exelten me epistamenos pu erketai. By faith, Abraham, being called, obeyed to go out into a place which he was being about to be receiving for an inheritance. And he went out, not knowing where he was going. Piste paroikesen eskön tes evangelias. By faith he sojourned into a land of the promise, Hosalotrian, as in a foreign country. Enskernais katoikesas meta Yitzhak kai Jakob, ton synkleronomon tes evangelias tes autes. Having dwelt in tents with Yitzhak and Jacob, his joint heirs of the same promise. Exedeketop garden dus temeliu sekusan polin, hers deknites kai demiurgos hoteos, for he was awaiting the city having the foundation, of which the God is architect and builder. Piste kai autoi sarra stera dynamin es katabolön spermatoselaben. By faith also Sarah herself, barren, received power into conception of seed. Kai parakairon herlikias, and beyond the occasion of age, epe piston hergesato ton epangelamenon, since she regarded the one having promised to be faithful. Dio kai apenos egenetesan, kai tauta nenekromenu, katos ta astra tu uranu, toi blöte, kai hos her amos, her paratot kelos tes talasses, her anarithmetos. For what reason also from one man were born also he, having become dead, according as the stars of the sky in the multitude, and as the sand that is beside the shore of the sea, the countless sand. Katapistin apetsanon huutoi pantes. According to faith, all these died. Me lambano tas evangelias, not having received the promises. Alla porroten autas sidontes, but having seen them from afar, kai aspasamenoi, also having greeted, kai homologesantes, hoti xenoi kai parepidmoiesin epiteus, and having confessed that strangers and sojourners they are being upon the earth. Hoigar toiauta legontes empanitsusin, hoti patrida epizertusin. For the ones saying such things are making manifest that they are seeking a fatherland. Kai emen ekenes emnemoneuon apers exebersan ekonan gairon anakamsai. And if indeed they had been remembering that place from where they went out, they would be having an opportunity to return. Nun decretonos oregontai. But now, a better they are stretching forward to. Tu testin epuraniu, that is, a skyly one. Dio, ukepais kynetai autus, hoteos, theos epikaleestai auton. For what reason the God is not being ashamed of them, to be being called their God. Hertoimasen gar autois polin, for he prepared for them a city. Piste prosene noken Abraham ton Yitzhak beradzomenos. By faith Abraham hath offered up Yitzhak, being tested. Gaiton monogene proseperen hotas evangelias anadexamenos. And the one having received the promises was offering up the only begotten, or the one of a kind son. Proshon elalete hoti, to whom it was said that en Yitzhak glöte setaisoi sperma, in Yitzhak thy seed shall be reckoned. Logisamenos hotikai eknekron egeren, having reasoned that also out of dead ones to be raising Dunatos hoteos, the God was able. Hoten auton kai en parabole ekomisato, from where also in a parable he received him. Piste kai perimelonton, eulogesen Yishak ton Jacob kai ton Esau. By faith also concerning the coming things, Yitzhak blessed Jacob and Esau. Piste Jacob apotneiskon, hekaston ton huion Yosep eulogesen, kai prosekunösen epito akron tes rabdu autu. By faith Jacob, dying, blessed each of the sons of Yosef, and worshipped upon the top of his staff. Piste Yosef teleuton, perites exodu ton huion Yisrael emnemoneusen, kai periton osteon autu enetelato. By faith Yosef, dying, concerning the exodus of the sons of Israel, he made mention, and concerning his bones he instructed. Piste Moses, genetes ekruber trimenon hypoton pateron autu. By faith Moshe, having been born, was hidden 3 months by his parents. Dioti edon asteon topaidion, because they saw the child goodly. Kai uke pobertersan to diatagma tu basileos, and they feared not the edict of the king. Piste Moses, by faith Moshe, megas genomenos, having become big, ernesato legestai huios tugatros parao, refused to be called a son of a daughter of Paro. Malon helomenos synkakud kestai, toi laoi tu teu proskairon eken hamartias apolausin. Having chosen rather to be suffering with the people of the God than to be having a temporary enjoyment of sin. Medzona Pluton högersamenos ton Aegyptu Sauron ton onedismon tu Christu aneplepen gar estern mistapodosian. Having regarded greater wealth, the reproach of the anointed, than the treasures of Mithraim or Egypt, for he was looking into the reward. Piste katelipen Aegypton, by faith he left Mithraim, me pobertes don tumon tu basileos, not having feared the anger of the king. Don gar aoraton hos horon ekarateresen, for he persevered as seeing the inconspicuous one. Piste pepoiaken to paska gaitern proskusin, tu haimatos hiname ho olotreuon ta prototoka tigayauton. By faith he hath kept the Passover and the sprinkling of the blood, so that the destroying one should not touch their firstborn. Piste diebersan tern erutran talasan. By faith they passed through the Red Sea, hostia xeras gers, as through dry ground. Hers peran labontes hoi Aegyptioi gadepotersan, which the Mithrim, having taken a trial, were swallowed up. Pisteta teke hieriko epesan gyglotenta epihepta hermeras. By faith the walls of Jericho fell, having been encircled upon 7 days. Piste Rahab her porne usunapoleto toi sapeter sasin dexamene tus kataskopus meterenes. By faith Rahab the prostitute did not perish with the ones having disobeyed, having received the spies with peace. Kaiti eti lego, and what more should I be saying? Epilepseme gardiegumenon hochronos, for the time will fail me, telling or narrating Beri Gedeon, concerning Gedeon, Barak, Shamshon, Yeftah, David, Kai Shamuel, Kai Ton, Properton, David and Shemuel and the prophets, hoi diapisteos kategonisanto basileas ergasanto dikaiosynen epechikon evangelion epraxan stomata leonton, which ones through faith conquered kingdoms, administered justice, obtained promises, shut mouths of lions, espesan dynamin puros, quenched fire's power, epugon stomata makaires, fled mouths of the sword, edunamotersan, apo asteneas, became strong from weakness, egenertersan ikturoi, en polemoi, became mighty in battle or war, parembolas eklinan, allotrion, armies of foreigners put to flight. Elabon gynaikes ex anastaseos tus necrus autu. Women received out of resurrection their dead. Alloide etympanistersan uprostexamenoiten apolutrosin. Hina kretonos anastaseos tykosin. But others were beaten as a drum, not having accepted the redemption, that is, to sin to be allowed to go free, so that a better resurrection they might obtain. Heteroide empaigmon kai mastigon peran elabon. But others received a trial of mockings and scourgings. Eti de desmon kai pulakers. And yet of chains and imprisonment. Elitastersan, they were stoned. Ebristersan, they were sawn in two. En ponoi makairas apetanon. In slaughter of sword they were killed. Perielton en merlotais. They wandered about in sheepskins. En aigeois dermasin. In skins of goats. Husterumenoi, destitute. Tlibomenoi, being oppressed. Kakukumenoi, being mistreated. Hon uke naxios hokosmos, of whom the world was not being worthy. Epi eremiais, blanomenoi, wandering upon deserts, kai oresin, and mountains, kai sperlaiois, and caves, kai tais opais, ders, gers, and in the holes of earth. Kai hutoi pantes maratura tentes diates pisteos, uke komisanto de nepangelian, and all these, having been borne witness through the faith, received not the promise. Tu teu perihermon cretonti problepsamenu hinamer choris hermon teleotosin. Of the God concerning us, having planned something better, so that not without us they should be perfected.